Hi all, welcome and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I want to share an update to a story I did in my last video about missing mother of four SHAKEIRA RUCKER, who was last seen at a restaurant with her estranged husband on November 11th of 2023 in Winter Springs, Florida. SHAKEIRA told her children she was going to bring food home for them, but she never made it home. She was reported missing the next day by her family when she didn't show up for church. Then, her estranged husband, Corey Hill, was arrested and charged with attempted murder for shooting up his ex-girlfriend's home the same day. According to the probable cause affidavit, Hill shot at his ex-girlfriend as she stood outside her home in Kissimmee, Florida, with her cousin and her two children. Then he gained entry into her home, and surveillance video obtained by police showed him in her home, searching for her as she hid from him. His ex-girlfriend told police she dated Hill for only 4 months. Then she found out he was married and contacted his wife, and he told her he'd make her regret doing that. She obviously survived his attack on her home, and Hill was arrested, and SHAKEIRA RUCKER was gone.
He is in jail for allegedly shooting up his ex-girlfriend's house the day after Rucker disappeared. Fox 35's Marley Capper has been investigating this story for more than a week now. She's joining us live tonight. So, Marley, you spoke with his ex earlier today.
This has been a very tough and traumatizing week for Angel Milligan. She says this could have been her, and it almost was. But she knows that this week has been even harder for the Ruckers.
I want to ask him why. Why me? Why her?
Angel Milligan has been asking herself that question over and over. Police say Angel was another one of Corey Hill's victims, but she survived.
It's heartbreaking, not an easy feeling.
Angel dated Hill for 4 months and says she never knew about his criminal past. Angel recently found out he was married to SHAKEIRA RUCKER, so she broke it off. That was in September. On Saturday, November 11th, SHAKEIRA RUCKER was reported missing, last seen with Corey Hill. Sunday, November 12th, police say Hill showed up at Angel's house and started shooting, leaving bullet holes everywhere.
Just having flashbacks of everything that, happened that day, what could have happened.
Angel says she sees a lot of similarities between herself and SHAKEIRA. They're both mothers of 4. They both were involved with Corey Hill, and they both were in violent situations. Angel considers herself lucky to be alive.
Thanking God for my life, for my baby. God's gonna get him, He got to answer for it.
Angel says she still hasn't even been back to her house. She's too scared, and she doesn't want her little ones to see the glass and the bullet holes in her home. Reporting live in Orange County, Marley Capper, Fox 35 News.
Then, a week later, police said they were called to a storage unit in Apopka, Florida, to investigate a bad smell coming from inside the unit. When they went inside, they found the body of SHAKEIRA RUCKER. Then they were informed the storage unit was registered to Corey Hill.
Alert. The search is over for a missing mother of 4. Investigators found the body of SHAKEIRA RUCKER dead inside an Apopka storage unit. Fox 35's Matt Trezza joining us live from the Orange County Sheriff's Office. Matt, such an unfortunate way to end this story. This was a search that spanned multiple counties across Central Florida.
Yeah, this is the outcome that nobody was obviously hoping for in all this. This is the worst possible outcome for the family here. The Sheriff's Office says that they have informed Rucker's family about finding her body. They've given them the heartbreaking news. We are expecting more details from the Sheriff's Office sometime today. Now, what we know so far is that Rucker's body was found inside a storage unit at a self-storage business in Apopka. They say someone noticed a bad smell coming from one of the lockers. Deputies responded around 5 p.m. p.m. yesterday. They say this has now become a homicide case. Shakira's estranged husband, Corey Hill, has been a person of interest in this case. Rucker, a mother of four, was last seen with Hill in Polk County November 11th. He was later arrested in a different case a day after she was last seen for allegedly shooting up an ex-girlfriend's house. Police say Hill is refusing to talk with them so far about Rucker's disappearance.
Tonight, Shakira Rucker's family held a candlelight vigil in honor of her. And we continue our team coverage tonight with West 2's Paola Tristan Arruda, who spoke to family about the heartbreaking discovery.
The people have come and gone, but the candles remain here tonight as a tribute to the life and legacy of Shakira Rucker.
Let us bow our heads.
Friends and family gathered at an open field to remember a 37-year-old mother of four.
She was a caring person. She cared about her kids. All she wanted to do, work, go to church, and just live, and have fun.
Emotional moments as Shakira Rucker's loved ones lit candles, released balloons, and embraced one another in her memory.
While the souls are hurting, hearts are breaking.
Among the people at the vigil, State Attorney Andrew Bain showed up to show support for the family.
We need to make sure that we're taking care of each other and making sure that we are going to be able to see. People are going to be able to see the next day and the day after that, and we can avoid these type of situations in the future.
When it comes to Rucker's kids, her brother says they already broke the news to them.
They're devastated, but they're staying strong for each other because at the end of the day, they're going to need each other.
As questions remain on when charges may be filed against Rucker's estranged husband, who was the main suspect in her death.
And it's in Jesus' name we're praying. Amen.
Her family prays for closure. Rucker's family says that they're grieving and mourning her loss, but really they want justice for her. In Orlando, Paola Tristan, West 2 News.
As their investigation unfolded, the news released information about Hill's criminal background and reported that he had already served time for murder after killing a teen back in 1992.
And Fox 35 has now uncovered that this is not Hill's first run-in with the law.
Records show that he served more than 20 years in jail in Virginia after being convicted of second-degree murder. Fox 35's Murray Ettinger is live in the studio with more on his criminal past. Murray.
I talked with Winter Springs Police about what it really means to be a person of interest. The lead detective on that case told me it just means he's got information that he is not handing over. Now, Hill is the only person of interest in that case, but right now he is not being accused of a crime as it relates to Shakira Rucker disappearing, but he has been accused of several other crimes. Corey Hill is sitting in the Orange County Jail tonight, accused of trying to shoot and kill his ex-girlfriend and her cousin. He's also a person of interest in the investigation of his ex-wife's disappearance. Police say he was the last person to see Shakira Rucker.
Criminal investigations went down and talked to him in the Orange County Jail, introduced them as Winter Springs officers, and he's like, I'm not talking.
Police say his refusal to talk is why he's a person of interest. Right now, he isn't accused of harming Rucker, but he has been accused of violent crimes in the past. He was convicted of murdering a man named Dontwain Cornelius Everett. Court records I obtained from Suffolk County, Virginia, show that around 7 in the morning, 2 days before Christmas in 1992, Hill was talking with 18-year-old Don Everett in the front yard outside his house. The two started arguing. Hill pulled out a gun and opened fire. Everett was pronounced dead 10 minutes later. Hill was sentenced to 20 years in prison for second-degree murder and another 2 for using a firearm in the commission of a felony. I also requested court records from Williamsburg, Virginia, showing Hill found himself back in court 3 times in 2009, accused of assault and battery.
And we're trying to get answers, and we're trying to be optimistic.
As for what's going on right now, Hill is still in the Orange County Jail. His court records show he has 2 children, but didn't say what will happen with them. And investigators are working on search warrants to find out more about Hill's connection to Shakira Rucker and what he might know about her disappearance.
Without him talking to us, we have to list him as a person of interest.
I asked police what type of warrants they're serving. They're hoping to search his phone, maybe his home. The investigator didn't want to reveal that information. Instead, he just told me they're using what legal means they can to get information from him. In the studio, Murray Ettinger, Fox 35 News.
Shakira's family said they knew nothing of Hill's prior criminal history, and they believed him to be a man of God. Now, 4 children are left without their mother. Another mother is afraid to even return to her home with her children, and they're all left wondering why this all happened. Such a tragedy. Two families launched into a nightmare they won't soon wake up from. Police held a press conference detailing their investigation after they found SHAKEIRA in the storage unit, and I'll play it for you so you can get all the details. But first, I want to say that I'll be praying for SHAKEIRA's family and all of Hill's victims. Who knows how many others he convinced he was a man of God, while all the while he was just a demon looking to destroy. Please keep the children involved in this story in your prayers. And if you found this story interesting, please like and subscribe to my channel for more true crime stories. As always, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe out there, and here is the press conference.
All right, well, good morning. So this is not the update that we wanted to be giving you all today. As you know, unfortunately, we have found SHAKEIRA RUCKER deceased yesterday. And so we just want to extend our deepest condolences to SHAKEIRA's family. My heart breaks. I can't imagine the pain and suffering that they have been enduring this past week. So last night our detectives did notify SHAKEIRA's family and that we had found her, and now they can start the painful process of grieving her loss. So you guys have all been covering this story for a week. There's been a lot of twists and turns. I've covered lots of different jurisdictions, including Lake County, Seminole County, Orange County, Polk County, all assisting the Winter Springs Police Department in the search for SHAKEIRA. So we were all hoping for a different outcome. So on Saturday, yesterday, November 18th, the Orange County Sheriff's Office was assisting the Winter Springs Police Department in searching an area near Bob White Airfield in Mount Dora. That search concluded around 3 p.m. and shortly before 5 p.m. We received a 911 call from a storage unit facility on 2400 Wiggins Road in Apopka about a smell emanating from one of the storage units. Our Orange County deputies responded. They were able to make entry into the storage unit, and they found a woman believed to be SHAKEIRA RUCKER, deceased from apparent gunshot wounds. So this now becomes an Orange County homicide investigation and case. So as you all know, SHAKEIRA's estranged husband, Corey Hill, is the prime suspect in her disappearance and obviously now in this murder. He is already in the Orange County Jail and charged with 4 counts of attempted homicide for shooting at his girlfriend and family back on November 12th, and he is under a no bond status. And I say all that to say that we have plenty of time to continue collecting evidence and testing to build our case, so to charge Corey Hill with SHAKEIRA's murder. So I'm saying that he is the suspect. We're not looking for anyone else. He will be charged with the murder eventually in this case. And so this time I'm going to turn it over to Chief Tract from Winter Springs Police Department, who'd like to say a few words.
Thank you, Sheriff. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming. I appreciate the support we've had from the media. I'm Matthew Tract. I'm the chief here at Winter Springs Police Department. I want to echo some of the sheriff's comments that our thoughts and prayers go out to SHAKEIRA's family. It's been a very exhausting week for them, an exhausting week for Central Florida law enforcement. I want you guys to have an understanding of the scope of how large this investigation was. As the sheriff indicated, it expanded to 4 counties: Seminole County, Lake County, Polk County, and obviously Orange County. Additionally, Mount Dora Police Department supported us, Florida Department of Law Enforcement, and the FBI. I can't thank them enough. These are partner agencies to come to an outcome. It's not the outcome we expected, but there's a little bit of closure for SHAKEIRA's family. It just goes to show the testament of the partnerships Central Florida law enforcement have in our community. A week ago today, essentially, SHAKEIRA was reported missing. We know from evidence that she left with Mr. Hill and went down to Polk County, to the Davenport area. Through the investigation, we were able to track some leads, and those leads brought us to Lake County, and those leads brought us back to Orange County. And obviously you're aware of the outcome here in Orange County. Like I said, it's not what we were expected. We do grieve with SHAKEIRA's family. We worked around the clock 16, 18-hour days nonstop until we could get some closure in this case. I will bring up Captain Nick Romano. He's my lead criminal investigations investigator that can answer some of the questions as long as we're not compromising anything with this homicide investigation. Thank you.
As Chief said, my name is Captain Nick Romano with the Winter Springs Police Department. I'm the captain over criminal investigations. The lead investigator is Investigator Tracy Fugate, but I can answer some questions if you should have them. Sir, that would be an answer or a question that Orange County would have to answer for you. Any other questions? Investigator Fugate, myself, and Lieutenant Bill Mayhew went to Shakira's family last night and notified them of her death. Like the chief said, this is a difficult moment for that entire family, and of course, they are grieving at this point, and we were there to support them. Not a problem. I'll turn it back over to Orange County. Orange County is currently working this investigation as a homicide at this point in their jurisdiction. They'll be able to answer those questions for you. Throughout our investigation, with the assistance of the Lake County Sheriff's Office, Electronic Division, as well as the Federal Bureau and FDLE, we were given some data, location points to possibly some target areas that we needed to address, and to take a closer look at those locations. That's how we were able to obtain those points, if you will. In our investigations with the missing persons case, we went out and attempted to talk to him, and at this time he was not cooperating. Any questions for me? I'm going to turn it back over to Orange County.
Yeah, so just there are a couple of questions. Yeah, they're still doing the autopsy, but she did die apparently of some gunshot wounds. And I know there was one other question about the storage facility. The storage facility the storage unit was registered to Corey Hill. So again, he's the prime suspect in this case. And again, I want to talk about the pain and suffering that Shakira's family had been through, and really, Corey Hill could have stopped a lot of that pain and suffering by talking to investigators in the very beginning instead of putting them through this week-long nightmare. The storage facility, the storage unit was registered to him. He had to have known that we would eventually find her in there, but so it's very, very disappointing. And again, our heart goes out to the family.
Is there any evidence at this point that he went anywhere else with her body besides straight from wherever the incident happened to the storage facility?
Yeah.
The scene is going to be in this storage.
So the crime scene is going to be that storage facility. That's where the homicide happened, if that's what you're asking.
At what point did that happen? Do you know a date or a timeline? How long has she been there?
So that's all still part of the investigation.
And the family did mention the storage unit prior. Was this a location that you all had searched prior to receiving a call from the storage unit themselves?
No, and so just to answer the question of that, obviously, you guys have seen there's hundreds and hundreds of storage unit facilities in Central Florida area, and that wasn't known until we received the call that was his. All that stuff takes time to gather all that information, so all that was going on at the time. No, that's still all part of the investigation.
Can you talk a little bit about Corey Hill's criminal history prior to you all locating him to this other unrelated incident? Do you have any other offenses or things that kind of bring tied up for you all?
Yeah, doesn't he have some? Go ahead. Yeah.
So the 1993, right?
The only one that we're aware of is that the murder conviction back from 1993 that I think it's been reported on. Other than that, I don't have any other information. All right, thanks guys.